$9 is not some kind of like bullshit, and not something that's gonna just annoy us. Kate and Jimbo. We wanna see a bit of football chat, not like the rest of the other football crap. Hey, we wanna get it with the realness. Oh, baby. Kate and Jimbo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Kate and Jimbo on Monday, the 26th of January. That song always makes me happy, but it's
very
not
catchy.
It is catchy. It's not particularly a very happy time to be a Spurs fan at the minute, but so much to delve into today with Spurs managing to snatch a point away at Burnley. Arsenal, is this the start of Bottle Job FC as they lose yesterday to Michael Carrick's at Manchester United? West Ham continuing their winning streak of 2 games. Loads to chat about. Villa putting on the pressure again. But Jimbo, first of all, before we get into all this football malarkey, how you doing?
I forgot to give you a like. I'll do it now. I'm going to go and give her a like. So everyone else, give the channel a like, please.
Yes, please.
Don't mind.
How are you though, Jimbo? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, darling.
I know that I know that, but it's impolite if I don't ask you that.
It could be worse. We could be West Ham.
God, don't. I'm not saying nothing about anyone looking at where we are at the minute. But before we get into everything that's happened this weekend, let's have a little look and see who is in the chat. We've got Rob Always United with his first like, saying hi, Kate and Jimbo. Big up, Rob. Lovely, jubbly, wobbly win for you yesterday. Brilliant performance. I really like Michael Carrick. If he carries on.
We approached him to come here.
Did we?
If they sacked silly bollocks, but obviously United got in there first.
At the end of the day, if he carries on winning like this, surely he's got to keep the job. But as someone said this morning, going to see him against the lower teams, the low blockers, and the teams that are difficult to beat. But certainly made a brilliant start, and I think that's what Tottenham needs: new interim manager. That new manager bounce, maybe it might just be enough to get us out of danger. Shemtan's here, says, afternoon, Princess Kate. Said, Jimbo, hope you're both well. Feeling better, Princess Kate, or is Jim still denying pushing you downstairs? He's still denying it. But I'm feeling a bit better, actually. My foot's a lot better, but my knee's still really, it keeps locking up and then it really hurts. So, but he just got to crack on when you're a woman. No time for sitting around. Things have got to be done. But thank you for asking, Shem. Hope your mum are well. Big up, Carl Coy. Said good afternoon. Twisted's here. Big up to you. Paige is here. Congratulations, Paige, on your win yesterday. Like I say, fantastic win. Ian F is here. Is that Ian Ferguson? I don't think it is, but big up, Ian. Good to see you.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Why is it showing the like on them?
Because I've put an overlay up.
Which means?
Well, it's gone now.
I wondered if it meant that they'd like the stream.
No, I wish it did tell you that, but no, it doesn't, unfortunately.
Right.
Where are we? Now you've made me lose my flow. We've got, I think this is Nikos. Tell me if I've got your name wrong. Big up to you. Truth prevails. Big up Rob Plan. Big up Kate Rixham. Good to see you, lovely. Let's all have a laugh at Arsenal today. Can't laugh too hard, but it was enjoyable. Rob Plant says, how's the dog, Jimbo?
Oh, she's gorgeous. She had a checkup this morning, which we ain't been back from the vets long. And he said that she's doing fantastic. She's a good girl.
Yeah, she's all healing up nicely.
Yeah.
So she's got the all clear, providing we don't notice anything untoward. So yeah, you'd never know it happened. Within 24 hours, she was back to bouncing around like a lunatic. So big up, Lou. Lovely to see you. Well done on your win yesterday. Leo is in the house. Says, good morning. It's 5:30 a.m. Freezing here in Denver. I'm walking the dog, tuning in. What a boring weekend. Hope you homies are well. Yeah, we did actually have a FaceTime with Bobby K yesterday, and they had so much snow in Canada. I've never seen snow like it. What did he say? It was 18 centimeters, and
Yeah,
it was
something
still
like that.
falling. Unbelievable amount of snow. Nikos, indeed. Oh, good. I was making sure I hadn't forgot. Big up Joey coming in saying most expensive season tickets in the championship could be. Don't forget to say as well, best stadium in the championship as well. Kate, it's incompetent this board not to sack him and buy some players in the transfer window. Thanks, lovely Kate. Do you know what? It's gross negligence once again of this board. They've got no arsehole at all. If Levy was here, he would be gone weeks ago. I mean, Jim, in fact, let me just remember that. Remember, Frank, we'll get on. Let me just say hello and then we'll get on to it. Enoch and Spurs have done it to me at last. I just don't care anymore if we buy, if we sell, if Frank stays or if he goes. I'm totally disillusioned with the club you're supposed to love. I hear you. I really do hear you. Her poor Fanny, says Nicole. Afternoon, Fiona. My best friend fell over on leaving the pub Friday. She broke her hip. Bloody hell. Thank God I didn't break anything.
Yeah, she could be in Kate's game.
Yeah, the only thing I probably broke was the floorboard, but yeah, getting there. A board with 3 accountants and an aviation executive. Yeah, not to mention Gooners on there as well. But yeah, look, Jim, I'm going to get straight into it about Thomas Frank. There's not even a rumbling. There's not even a journalist talking about Frank possibly losing his job. It's like they kind of have they resigned themselves that this is the guy and they're going to keep him to the end of the season, come what may. I mean, what the hell is going on?
Maybe not hearing nothing might be a good thing. He might just come out and he's sacked. I mean, I'm kind of lost with it, Kay. I said to you the other day, I don't understand why he's still here. I mean, look, the away fans are the hardcore fans, right? And I mean, I love this club so much, and there's so many people in here that do love this club. And we're hardcore, but the ones who go home away, travel abroad, they're proper hardcore. You know, if I had the means and the time and all that to do it, I would do it. But he's lost them, so he's lost the club. Once you lose them, you kind of cattle trucked, in you? Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know why he's still here. Maybe it's because they can't get no one to come in. Maybe they can't find a good enough interim coach. Yeah, Joey, I said this, Joey. I said this. I think absolutely suits them. All this controversy with Frank, because it means they don't have to buy players, because they'll be saying, "Well, we don't know who to buy, because we don't know who's going to be managing." And then all of a sudden, the window shuts and they sack him. I did say that to you, Kate, didn't I?
Yeah.
It probably suits them right down to the ground. But look, this club's been neglected for years and years, and everybody thought that Levy was the demon, and all right, he's done some things that we're not happy about. But I mean, compared to Levy was a saint compared to what's happening now. Honestly, it's a complete and utter joke. I mean, I saw when the game ended the other day, and Frank was shaking people's hands. I mean, you should have seen the way that Van der Ven looked at him.
Yeah, I mean, Kate Wixom said she doesn't think the players respect him. I think a lot of players dislike him. I don't know about don't respect him. He seems to have no authority on the pitch. He doesn't instill any motivation. I thought Ange was bad, right? But this is worse. I've got to be honest and say this is worse than Ange, because I love Thomas Frank. I've always really respected him. I've always liked him as a manager. I'm starting to hate him. I can't even watch his press conferences. He comes out with a load of deluded rubbish about how he was good here and good there, and they did this, and I can see improvements. I don't see what he's seeing. He's talking utter nonsense. He's the definition of deluded. I mean, I don't want to dislike the guy. And I feel for him because, like, after the match, like Chris Cowling put the videos on, they were singing Poch's name. They were singing, Thomas Frank, your football is shit. They were singing, you get sacked in the morning. And that must be hard to hear. But at the same time...
Well, leave the job then, Gay.
Exactly. He's never going to do that because he's going to get millions in a payout.
He's got any self-respect, right? and it's not like the man's skin. He's probably got a few quid in the bank, right? And he's going to get another job. He could go into the board and say, look, it's not working. Let's come to an agreement with the compensation. And if they say no, then he says, all right, I'll stay and wait until you sack me. But they would come to an agreement with him. He's got to have some sort of self-respect. I mean, if I was the manager of this club and that was being sung every time I went out there, I would go to the board and say, look, it's obviously not working. They don't like me. Let's come to some sort of an agreement on the compensation and go. And you're right.
Because I think if he gets sacked, I think he's one of the favourites to get the Crystal Palace job as well.
It's they can do a deal that they keep paying him until he gets another job.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to stay out of work just to get paid. He's going to want to be working. They did that with one of our managers before. I can't remember who it was. Was it? And he went into a job.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Jose or Conte. It was one of the two of them.
Yeah. Anyway, but look, you're right. It's the job now. It's not. It's gone. He's had his chance and it's not worked. So they've got to do something to move him on, or he's got to move himself on. I mean, if he's got any self-respect, he would go in and try and do something.
Big up, Jesse. Been a member for 12 months. Hope you're feeling better, my lovely. Sorry we had to cancel Friday's show. I really wasn't feeling great. But we will be back this Friday, ready to prepare for the weekend when Tottenham take on Manchester City. Woo! Apparently, Lookman's asked to leave Atalanta today, so go get it done. We can't even get Andy Robertson done. Let's be fair. That's come out that he doesn't want to come. Liverpool don't want to sell him.
I think that's because their left back has got an injury, Kate. That's what I saw on Sky Sports.
To be perfectly honest, I actually wasn't that impressed getting Robertson in. I thought it was a bit Spursy, to be fair. He's on his last legs. He's going to be 32 in a 6-7 weeks. It's mad. What's Paul O'Keefe on Conor and Billy's show really good with what's going on? I've known Paul O'Keefe on Twitter for years, and I said to Jim, when I first started following him and he started following me, he wasn't even an in the know, I don't think. I don't know when it happened. Don't worry. All Frank said, it's a good season as we're not 17th. Don't. I'm there with you, Kate. My blood boils when I see him. Never have I had this feeling as a fan. Yeah, I literally want to wring his tiny little scrawny neck.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's really unfair. That's really unfair because he's a nice guy. He's a good man.
But don't lie.
Yeah, but he's a good man. But look, he's doing what he has to do to try and keep himself in the job, I suppose. But I mean, for me, it's just a load of bollocks. But I don't want to dislike him as a human being, right? Because I don't think he deserves that. But as a manager, I just really detest him as our manager, And you're right, he's lost the fans. I think he's lost half the players.
Yeah. Fans don't matter anymore, Jim. Money matters to Enoch. Until the money dries out, they don't give a toss. Jim, when he obviously it hasn't come out that Frank's been sacked, he went, every single Tottenham fan should not go to the game against Frankfurt.
The next home game.
Not Frankfurt. Are we at home to City?
No, we're away to Frankfurt, home to City. Yeah, every Tottenham fan, they just shouldn't go. That stadium's empty once. They'll soon shit themselves. All the money they're going to lose on the day. For one game, just don't go. Every Tottenham fan, just don't go. Let them go to an empty stadium.
They will go, though, but they're trying to make it as toxic as possible, which doesn't help the players. But then I think the players have had enough of Frank anyway. So I can tell you what isn't a mess. Kate and Jimbo's the perfect match. Get the likes and subs, smash people. Thank you, Barbaric. Good to see you, my lovely. Nikos says, let Frank take the beatings in the next 4 league games, then replace him. A new manager doesn't need that inevitable start. The thing is, though, you could get a new manager bounce and something change.
Do you know what? I think we need 6 points and then we'll be all right. But I've looked, if people voted with their feet, the club would be very, very different, but fans won't stop going. I think I can't see where the next points are coming from. Right? I've looked at their next I think it's 6 or 8 games, and I'm thinking to myself, they might pick up a draw or two in them games. but I can't see who we're going to beat. I mean, the easiest game we've got in the next so many games is Fulham, right?
But that's away.
And that's not even an easy game because they're a really, really good team. And then there's Crystal Palace, right? At home. They're not an easy game.
And they're in the same position as us. They're fighting for their lives.
It's like I'm looking and I'm thinking, where's the next points coming from?
I actually think we'll get something when Newcastle come to the Tottenham Stadium because Newcastle are terrible away from home. And I've just got a feeling we'll get something. I don't know if it'll be 3 points.
Okay, you say that, but Tottenham are the team that when a club's doing bad at home or away, and Tottenham
That's
go
true.
there,
That's true.
They make it easy for them.
Are you starting to believe, Jimbo, that Dr. Tottenham does actually exist now?
I'm starting to believe that. No, it's not Dr. Tottenham, Kate. It's nothing to do with Dr. Tottenham. It's to do with that our club is in a fucking mess, and these cowards at the top are not capable. I don't think it's they're scared to sort it out. I just think they're not capable of sorting it out. You know, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Levy, right? And at least he did fucking do things when they needed to be done.
Yeah, he was savage.
Yeah.
Kate, it's pure neglect of the board that we go to the bare bones of this board. Haven't done anything about getting players in. Pure neglect. And Lang, who's the crappiest scout, he's another one I can't stick. Thing is, we're desperate for wingers. We're desperate for creativity. We're desperate for goals. And yet we're sitting here with what? Is it a week today the window closes?
It's the 26th today.
And when does the window close?
31st.
Oh, I thought it was after that.
Is it? It might be. I might be wrong.
I thought it was the 2nd of Feb. Yeah, it's next Monday, so we've got exactly a week.
So 2nd of Feb, is it?
Yeah. And we need to get a left winger in. We need really another striker. We need a creative midfielder minimum. Then you've got the likes of the goalkeepers and that, which will probably be the summer. It's an absolute fucking disgrace. I'm sorry to swear, but it really is. Nikos says Kirk has picked up an injury. Robertson plays. Spurs will do it in the summer if they're not in the Championship. If with Forest and West Ham winning relegation is a real threat, it really is. I was on Chris Cowlin on Saturday night and Harry Scarf, bless him, was there, and he was saying that I don't think for 1 second Tottenham would get relegated. And I'm like, why? I remember that year that everyone said West Ham are too good to go down. They're too good, and they went down. You are where you're meant to be, and we're in a real battle. And I'm not sure our team's got the fight in it to get out of it. Big up Ed says, get the next week out the way, and once the window's closed, make the decision. Make it now. Kate, did Spurs know what they were employing before appointing Frank? Well, they should do if they've done due diligence, surely. Don't be done. I do. I honestly think we'll get something when Newcastle come to us. It might only be a point, but I do. If someone new comes in, do it when there's only one game a week. A moment, a new coach wouldn't get time on the training pitch. Big up Moondog. I've got to sort out a thing with your shop on it to put on the channel. Moondog sent us a lovely gift, another lovely gift. Jimbo, put it on the screen, which he made himself. He prints himself. It's unreal. He sent this. I say us. It's really Jim because it's Jim's baby. But I need to sneeze. Excuse me. But look, a piece of slate with our bonbons on it. So Moondog, you legend. I am going to post your shop and everything, get it all done for a banner to go up.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Spurs could act and we could win these games coming up, but not with Frank and these players who are pussies on the pitch. Big upside answer says, afternoon, Kate and Jimbo. It's not Dr. Top. It's not Dr. Tottenham. It's Dr. Frank. Yes.
No, I don't believe in all that shit, right? And I don't believe you wear a certain shirt and you don't win. And I believe in them people doing a good job and not doing a good job. And at Spurs at the minute, they're doing a terrible job from top to bottom.
Yeah, big up Beyond 72 says, remember, we want to win the league and Champions League. Don't. And Joey says, I'm so pleased we're competing on all four fronts. Just don't. Cole says, yes, Frank's been shit, but we haven't even strengthened the squad to give him a chance at least. We're desperate for wingers and attackers, but Bournemouth are too, so they're buying Rayan and Fulham buying Oscar Bob. What are we doing? I don't know what to say, except I wouldn't have took Oscar Bob. I had real high hopes for him, but he's really injury prone. But we need something. We need something. I mean, Crackers was going on about Hayden Hackney, wasn't he? Plays for Middlesbrough. Creative midfielder. I don't know. All I know is get your asses in gear and get it done. Kate says you swear because this bloody club makes you swear. That's right. Big up Phil. The Parade says big up beautiful Kate and Jimbo. Big up to you. Thank you for the bless yous. How adorable. Well done, Jimbo. It is. It's beautiful. That was lovely. Moondog did that. What a lovely gift. I know that was a very ladylike sneeze, wasn't it? You're both welcome. Was my pleasure. Moondog, you're too generous. You're too generous with super chats and you're too generous with your gifts. Thank you so much for the
But I like the gifts, especially ones like that.
It's on pride of place on our side, right in the middle. So like everything's focused on it. Big up, Mama. Good to see you, my lovely. Luco's here as well. Good to see you. They're trying to get Levy's shares down. Aren't we forgetting the football? Yeah. Yeah, I know. When I was looking back, I was talking and I was looking back at some of the players we used to have in our team. Even like yesterday was David Janola's birthday, and I was looking at some of the players we had in our team, the Keens, the Defoes, the Mabbotts, the Hoddles, the Waddles, the Van der Vaarts, the Janolas. We've got no one at all like that. Not even out injured. I don't think we've got anyone like that. Maddison is you're playing him, waiting for him to get injured. It's so depressing, Jim. I mean, you've seen more teams than I have. We've got no world beaters, no superstars that are going to change a game.
I can remember we've always had at least two superstars in the team. Someone you can turn to and go, oh my God, they're worth watching just to watch him. Right over the years, but we haven't got that now. I mean, Van der Ven, yeah, he's a bit special. And then when he turns it on, like when he done his run up the pitch and score, but there's no one doing it regular for us like we used to have. And it's just that this club's been neglected, you know. And the thing is I always knew when they built this stadium, right, I always said to UK, we won't see a difference for 2 or 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. 2 or 3 years' time, when they've paid off some of the loan and they've started to get the money coming in with the concerts, and then they start to make a move and make a difference. But they haven't done it, but they're drawing the money in. You know, they're getting the money in hand over fist, but they're not using it on the team, which they promised they would do. It's just neglect. This club has been really, really neglected on the football side.
Yep. Gross negligence of the highest degree, without any shadow of a doubt. Big up Benji says, Jimbo, get your shirt on. You're on the wing against City. Do you know what? He'd do a better job, I reckon. Yeah, he probably is better. And Flossie, you're right. The players we had, I mean, I just named a handful. Gaza, Lineker. Oh, just, you could sit and watch Bale, Modric, and just know that you always knew you had someone who could do that little bit of magic.
Lineker, Mickey Hazard, Garth Brooks. You can go on and on with
Clive Allen.
The two Argentinians, Ozzy. And Ricky. We've always had special goalkeepers over the years. You know,
it's so sad. It is so sad, because I can tell you now, if God forbid we get dragged into a relegation battle and do end up going down, there's no way, in my opinion, we're coming straight back up. It's an absolute savage league championship. Look, I mean, Leeds will tell you that.
Look, the thing we got to be, we've got 8 points between us and
West Ham.
Gary Mabber. Yeah, there's so many. But look, between West Ham, so they've got a hard run coming up as well, right? We need to pick up points, right? We just need to pick up points. You know, even if it's like just even if it's draws, we need some wins, but we need to pick up points because they're not going to pick up loads and loads of points below us. Well, they're not going to go on a magical run and start beating everybody. Ain't going to happen. So, but we need to pick up points here and there. It's as simple as that.
Big up Sleepy Mocha. No snow here, just lots of pissy rain. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good way of putting it. It's past neglect now. It's sabotage. Afternoon to you, Paddy. No, he's not been sacked. The silly bastard's still there. I actually like Hayden Hackney, but we need forwards. There is a rumour. We do love a rumour. No, that's not the rumour because that's well out of date because Bournemouth have signed that Ryan. That was a rumour that come out 4 hours ago. I'm looking at even rumours and there's not really any rumours. Everything is agreed. What's this? Let's have a look. Hackney's a decent little player, but he's not going to make much of a difference for us. He'd be a good signing for a Leeds or a Palace.
Yeah, but you say that. Who said that? Who just said that?
What?
Ed M. Yeah, but I mean, look, I'm not being funny, Ed, but you've got to look at us. We're kind of in the same category as them now.
We are.
We're in the same category as them. And that's the way you've got to. It's just the truth. We're not nothing special anymore. We're a mid-table team. And until they start making a difference, right, and taking care of the club and putting in proper players and upping the wages, that's where we're going to stay.
What's this nonsense? Hang on, there's something that's just come out. Let me wait for it to load. Gary Doherty walks into this team. Can we ask Bale to play the rest of the season? Yeah, Jimmy Greaves. How can we forget Jimmy Greaves, Defoe, Keane, Berbatov in one lineup? Now we have a French show pony in the worst Brazilian line I've ever seen. Oh, take me back to the 80s or the 90s. As fans, I had a sense of belonging. We were shit, but it was good times. I know, you're so right.
Yeah, we weren't really shit, but we weren't brilliant, but we picked up fucking cups, that's for sure. Clive Allen.
A football club is ever evolving, Jimbo. Clubs can't afford to sit still or they go backwards, and sadly Spurs didn't take the opportunity to kick on as it wasn't their objective to make money. We need a forward and left winger in. Yeah, 1,000,000%. And side answer, I'm with you. I think the Championship's the hardest league in the world. It's the most physical. And it's so difficult once you're done. People go, oh, it'd be the best thing for the club. We'll have a reset and we'll come back up.
For the club. It'd be the worst thing for the club.
It'd be an absolute nightmare. Paddy's with you, Jimbo, says we're picking up 0 points in Feb. We're in big trouble and don't have the players to fight as they're all pampered little fuckers. I think we're going to get something with Newcastle, but everybody's saying we're not. So whenever I'm confident, we normally lose. So you're probably right.
Paddy, it's not just February. Look past February. Look into March. We've got Fulham, Palace. I can't remember who else. But they're games that we're going to be fighting to pick up 3 points or a point. They're going to be games that are going to be a 50-50 game. You know, Fulham, we've got a terrible record against Fulham lately. You know, and Palace are not idiots. You know, I know they've gone backwards a bit. They've lost a lot of players. So it gives you a bit more confidence. But what confidence have you got, or what have I got in this team under Frank in a minute, you know? And look, I honestly believe this team is not as bad as they're looking, right? I just think they need organising properly and a bit of structure behind them, which Frank is not giving them.
No, the breaking news was some centre-back that we're interested in. I'm not even going to read it out because it's the fucking attacking that needs work. It is a sad state of affairs. Kate, we're sleepwalking into trouble. This board needs to wake up. I think the fans need to wake up as well. A lot of fans say we're not going to get dragged into it. You know, we're going to be fine. No. Wake up. We are really. If Leeds win tonight, which there's a good chance they will, they're on level points with us. Leeds. No offence, Jess, but no one saw that coming. Early doors for Ajax second team currently got Van der Vaart's Latin son playing, keeping an eye on them just in case. He's very handsome, Van der Vaart's son. I saw him on his Instagram. Bloody hell, Ben. Trust me, no one wants me anywhere. The only thing is I might score with my big old boobies, but if I've got to do any running or anything, then we're screwed. David Clark says this football club's a shambles. The club's in dire straits. Yet what do? Buy a 19-year-old left back with only 20 professional games and try to sign a 31-year-old left back when we need goals. Yep. Lovely Amelia's in the house. Mwah. Looking beautiful in her profile picture. Hello, darling. Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice time at Hazine the other night. Good to see you. Hello to you, Matthew. Darren Fearman's here. Says, why is Fulham doing better deals than us? They're so close to signing Oscar Bob. Yeah, he is a bit of a walking injury, and you know if he comes to us, he's going to get even more injuries because it's Tottenham. Any fan that says relegation will be good can get beeped. We go down and we're in the dark for many years.
Yeah, and the thing is, what you got to think of, right? The revenue's going to go down. Players are going to want to leave. You're going to find it hard to attract the best players. It's just going to be an absolute disaster if we go down. Absolute disaster.
I heard a few people saying Redknapp to take over till the end of the season. You can't have Redknapp. He's 80. It's a ludicrous suggestion. You've got Martin Yole, who's 70. But I mean, I know it went down like a ton of bricks when I said it, but I'd get Sherwood till the end of the season. He cannot do any worse than what's going on. And then maybe get Poch back, because I did have a dream last night and Poch told me in my dream that he's coming home. He said, I'm really sorry, I can't come now because I've got the World Cup. And I went, I know, but what about after? And he went, don't worry, the deal's already been done. So, you know, maybe my dream's going to come true. When Newcastle got relegated, the same came true. No club's too big to go down. Exactly. Please do smash a like, guys. It does help the channel. I always forget to ask, but please do. Oh, dear, darling. I'm going to FaceTime your mum when we finish up. Please tell me it's not your ribs again. Where's Christian Gross? He's on a tube somewhere. Van Persie's son's playing for Feyenoord. Scored a couple of cracking goals last week. Quick, sign him up. Our Borders cut corners by signing recruitment team that have been discarded from other clubs. I had to work out what word. People want the club to move forwards, but still want Poch back. You know why? Because we all want to feel that feeling again. We haven't felt it for so long. We want that feeling back.
You don't want Poch back, I take it, Joey.
Someone put in the chat last night or was it Chris's room on Saturday? If Poch is the answer, we should shut the club down. Poor Poch. Maybe Redknapp with Ryan Mason as his number 2. The coaching team would do the work, but Redknapp will get him up. Maybe, but I just think we'll kill him off, Ben. If I'm 80, I don't want to be going anywhere near Tottenham. Otherwise, it will give you a clutcher. It's as easy as that. It's obvious the Spurs board is not spending money because they know Frank's doomed for the sack. They just hope we don't get relegated. I had a dream last year of Poch coming back. I'll speak to you when I call. Controversial, but why couldn't Poch come now? The USA ain't winning the World Cup. I suppose it's because his contract. No, Joey Barton does not want Poch back. Who do you want, Joey? Let us know. And why don't you want Poch? Is it because you don't go back to your ex? Is it that scenario? Looking on the outside, I don't know who you can get in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think they should get me and Jimbo in. I'll give him a kick up the arse. People need to think, why was Poch unhappy in the first place? And has things changed since Poch has left? Well, that's the thing. Basically, we need a new manager bounce to get us 15 points to keep us up. It's embarrassing. Yep. Okay. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah, you're right, Benny. I mean, the game itself, Jimbo. The first half, I thought we played well. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know.
Look, the game wasn't
terrible.
It wasn't. The game wasn't terrible. There were some good passages of play, and they had enough chances, but the defence just fell asleep. Right, The first goal, the whole defence was asleep, and the second goal was just like a comedy of errors, you know. And it's like, just organised, be organised, you know. Vicario, one of the ones he pushed out, he could have held on to that, right? Because he pushed it out and it rebounded out to their player, and he shot, and was it your dog? He tried to stop it on the line, and it's just like, well, just hold on to it. Look, I've been one of these people that stuck up for Vicario, but he's costing us games, which is a fact. He's costing us games, and it was his fault again, right? For me, that we lost that game. You know, he divers with his feet. He gets the ball. If you watch other goalkeepers, right? You watch the Arsenal game, right, against Man United. Both goalkeepers, they got the ball at their feet. They pass it out. No dithering about looking, where do I go? Where do I go? They know what they're doing, and he divers with it on the ball, and then he gets people charging him. So then he ends up kicking it out, right, for a throw-in, you know. And they from the throw-in they score, and it's like, fuck, what is he doing? It's so frustrating to watch. I sit here screaming at the telly when he's got the ball. Then I made you jump on one of them. He's different, and he's got two people coming down on him, and I'm shouting, fucking kick it, get rid of it. He honestly, I could wring his neck. I could. It drives me insane when he's got the ball.
Chris Peters says, afternoon, Kate and Jimbo from my stroke ward bed. Are you okay, Chris? Sending love. Hope you're all right.
I'm all right, mate.
Poch had the best in recent years, and we couldn't get a win over the line. Was happy to accept no signings in favour of a better contract. Also would have left if we won the Champions League. No away wins in a year. He ain't all that. You know, the thing is, though, I truly believe if we'd have been in the Europa League, we would have won it. But it's only that we're in the Champions League. Look what happened to Roy Hodgson when he came back. I can't remember what happened. I remember him coming back, but I can't remember. Was he terrible? I can't remember. If we could have swapped the two goalkeepers over, we would have beaten Burnley easy. Our strikers are not scoring goals because they have no composure in front of goal. Class players, when in a pressurised situation, stay calm and select the right technical method to beat the keeper. Yep. Pardon me. As for who I want with this squad, it doesn't matter, I don't think. Oh dear. Burnley attackers were making runs in behind our tackling. I don't understand why we can't do that. It's all in front of defence and cross. Bleed on the brain, mild stroke, alcohol the issue. Chris, look after yourself. Sending you all the best.
Yeah, I agree, right, mate.
Bloody hell. See, this puts things into perspective. But yeah, look after yourself and yeah, just be careful. God. That's thrown me completely. Romero, a lot of people are saying Romero's header, which was an absolutely was it a header? Can't even remember now.
He scored. He scored and he got us the point, right? But they don't distract from his defending. His defending was atrocious.
It was. But what I was going to say was a lot of people are saying that goal saved his job.
Well, it's good. He scored with his head, lovely. He got us the point. But if it wasn't for him and Vicario, we probably wouldn't have been in a situation. We probably wouldn't have been in a situation where we needed to score in the last minute to get a point. Yeah. Right? And it's fucking wake up. He's meant to be a World Cup winner. You know, that first goal they scored, everyone was just standing still. All of them.
Yeah. Big up to the best wall in the world, Martin Knightsbridge says, afternoon, Kate and Jimbo, hope you're good. Good to see you. Not seen you for a while. Everyone's sending their best wishes to Chris Peters. Please do look after yourself, Chris. Get well soon. Health is wealth. Spurs have been good in the Champions League. If only they could take that form in the league. It's chalk and cheese. It's bonkers. It literally is bonkers. Rob did say he hopes that us watching Arsenal lose made us smile. That's probably the only thing that made me smile the weekend. That and a story that Bobby Kay sent to me, which had me in stitches. But yeah, it was nice to see Arsenal lose. No doubt about it.
The crumble begins.
Hold on. We went out of the Champions League in 16-17, and didn't we then lose again in Europa League under Poch? Come off it. You can't say we would have won it. No, I'm talking about that year. that we got to the Champions League final. I just think if that had been the Europa League final, we would have won it. That's just all I'm saying. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. It's like, let's be fair. If the Europa League final last year, had we been in the Champions League, I don't think we win it. That's what I'm saying. I backed Frank as long as I could, but the North London derby performance decided it for me. He's simply not good enough. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, that was painful.
It is
If
all
that,
this butts and
yeah,
monk and
right.
nuts. But yeah, sending well wishes. I do try and be a little bit mystic, Meg. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking in my balls and stuff.
You can look at my balls anytime, sweet.
I'd rather not. I was watching the terrace yesterday after the Tottenham. No, not after the Tottenham. After Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3, and obviously the Manchester United fans were buzzing. Hang on a second. Darren says, with the quality we have, we're supposed to dominate and create loads of chances. Thomas acted like having more shots than Burnley was a big deal. It's because he's got a small club mentality. That's what it is. Because he's always been at Brentford. Romero kicked the advertising board in celebration, then went off a few minutes. After you watch, he'll be the next one in the most expensive medical centre in the world. Be good if Arsenal lost to my team on Wednesday, be hard for us, but I hope we give everything. We started our Champions League journey in July, and we're only team in Champions League phase to get past 4 rounds. Who's that then? I don't know who they've got. Go on, Jim. Yeah, a lot of Man United fans are obviously, as they should be, delighted. I thought it was a really good game. However, a couple of Arsenal fans said something, and I kind of agree with it. But if you say it as a Tottenham fan, people will say, well, yeah, but you're bitter and you're twisted and, you know, you're salty and whatever else. Someone said on the terrace, I think Arsenal are only top of the league because everyone else has been off it. And if we win the league, it'll be because the other teams, like you haven't got the City of old and you haven't got the Liverpool that we had last year. Is that right? Or are we doing Arsenal disjustice?
Look, Arsenal are a good side, right? There's no two ways about that. And they deserve to be where they are because they're there. And in the Premier League, there's no hiding, right? You where you finish is where you deserve to be, right? But everybody else has dropped off massively, Kate. Look how many games City have lost and drawn, right? They drew 3 on a row against teams that they should be beating, right? So that would be another 6 points they had. If they had them 6 points, they'd be top. So they've dropped off. Liverpool have massively dropped off, right? Villa have picked up. You've got to give Villa good credit. You know, Chelsea are in and out like a yo-yo. Look at us, how shit we are, right? Newcastle are up and down like a yo-yo this year. So, yeah, they are there because other teams have dropped off without any shadow of a doubt, right? If Liverpool had been the normal Liverpool and City had been the normal City, they'd be third, right? But it hasn't worked out like that. So they only can do what they can do on the year, like this year. And so they are there because other teams have dropped off. But at the end of the day, they're there because they deserve to be there. They haven't dropped off like other teams.
I mean, how entitled are Arsenal fans to be booing at the final whistle? I mean, at the end of the day, they haven't won anything for God knows how many years, and yet they booed their players. That's a disgrace. Michael Carrick's had more Premier League wins this month than Frank. He's had more Premier League wins this year. If you say it like that, it sounds even worse, because I know we are in January, but it does sound worse if you say it like that. Who would you rather win the league, Arsenal or Villa? Villa. Anyone but Arsenal. Anyone but Arsenal.
That's not even a question.
Villa's our best friends team. So we've got a little tiny soft spot for Villa. It's only small, but I'd love, because I fought Villa's corner this year and I've called out the disrespect that they've had. And I would love to see them win it, and Emery get one over on Arteta would be the best thing ever. But yeah, look, I think
so
without sounding salty, I don't say it on other shows because I just get attacked for being bitter. But I do honestly think Arsenal are only there because everyone's had such a massive drop off.
Well,
I mean, I've never known City to drop so many points.
well, it's there in front of your eyes, Kate, because they're only 4 points in front, right?
Mm.
I mean, I've never known City to drop so many points like they have this season, right? But I still say, and I'm you can't convince me near anything else. I still say City win the league this year because City have never gone through a whole season having a bad season, right? Since Pep took over and they've spent the money, right? There is a point in the season where they will start winning a lot of games, and they haven't done it yet. So I think that time's to come. They've just bought what's his name, Gay and Semenya, whatever his name is, right? Them two are going to make a massive difference. So I think this last part of the season, I think they're going to kick in. And look, I'm not being horrible to Arsenal fans, but you're cereal bottlers. You always crumble after Christmas, and I don't expect that to change. I don't think you're going to massively crumble, but you're going to drop points without any shadow of a doubt. And if City go on one of their runs, that'd be it.
I've put a poll in the chat of who people think will win the league: City, Arsenal, or Villa. Just interested. I'd rather Fred West babysat me than Arsenal win the league. Look, I get it. You don't like Villa, but you can't want Arsenal to win the league. As a Spurs fan, you can't. Big up Colin from a very cold Wales. It's cold here. It's wet here. It's miserable here. It's not nice. Kate, are you looking up the table or over your shoulder? But over my shoulder. Absolute shitting myself where we are at the minute. But yeah, this has got to be the worst standard of the Premier League I've seen in donkey's years. It's just been poor. Just poor. Arsenal team can't handle pressure. Still don't see them winning the league. Only been 4 points ahead of poor Man City team is poor. Yeah, I mean, they should be about 11 points clear, shouldn't they?
Easy.
But if Villa win the league, they become a bigger club than Spurs. Thing is how you define bigger club. If you go by revenue, the stadium, the fan base, we're always going to be bigger than Villa. So when do we start to take away the first 10 games rhetoric? Yeah, exactly. I'm with Jimbo. Blue Moon. If City and Paul drop off, that ain't Arsenal's problem. Arsenal took advantage so far. Well, that was until they come across United.
I 100% agree with you there, Paige, right? If other teams drop off, that's not Arsenal's fault, right? Arsenal are there because they deserve to be there, because they've been the best this season so far. But what I think is they had a massive, massive chance to really kick on this season, Arsenal, right, and stamp their authority, and they haven't done it. Every time they've had a chance to pull that little bit further away, they've bottled it, right? And if you watch Rice, he walked off the pitch. But he walked up the pitch the other day, not against Arsenal, against the game they drew. I think it was 0-0 against Forest, and he put the same. He mouthed the same old shit.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. They picked it up on the camera.
Wow. My son's arriving from Australia tomorrow, leaving 32 degrees. I have Lemsips and night nurse at the ready. I've just been out and bought Jim some echinacea because he was getting all snotty again because this weather, it's just horrible. When we went out this morning, it was so cold. He is a comedy of errors. Are you frank out, Jimbo?
Yes, look, I hate coming down on players and managers, right? I really do. It's not the way I like to do things, but I've said it 1,000 times. This guy, I like Frank as a person. I think he's a really good guy, and I think he's a good family man. You can tell he's just a nice person, right? But he's not right for this club. He needs to go, and we need to have a change. And Vicario needs to go with him. I think they should handcuff them together, right? And put a big fucking horse, tie him to a horse, and smack the horse's ass and let him drag him out of the club. They need to get out of our club because they're ruining it.
Get out of my club.
I think Vic is costing us a lot of points this season.
Big up to you, Chrysandro says, controversial moment coming. I couldn't give two shits about Arsenal winning the league or not. I'm more worried about the prospect of an actual relegation battle. We've said the same thing. I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but we need to concentrate on ourselves. Rice said, it's same effing shit all the time.
Yeah.
I think Vic's got to be dropped. He's spreading his nervousness through the team. Yeah, I think there's truth in that. Darren says the same as me. I'm looking over our shoulder. We're so poor. Fans are suffering. They should hold a rock concert for us. Yeah, like a Live Aid. Save our Spurs. I heard Vic's injured. Apparently, after the game, he went to hold his head in his hands and dropped. He couldn't catch a cold, the silly bastard. I agree, Colin. When the goalie's nervous, that ain't good enough. Cough, cough, Onana. Yeah. We can't lose to City to stop Arsenal winning the league. We have to win. I agree, but can you see us beating Man City? Because I bloody can't.
Look, it's one of them games that we seem to be able to win, be able to pick up points from, right?
Yeah, but only at the Etihad, not at home.
I just think to myself, under this manager, right, I don't think all the players are giving their all, right, in the sense of that first goal. They just all switched off, you know, and it just shouldn't happen. A professional footballer switching off like that. I thought they were playing musical statues, right? They just all stopped. I just watched the ball come over. And I don't think that they're all putting their all in for him. You know, I'm just dumbfounded he's still here, and I'm gutted he's still here. Every morning I wake up, first thing I do is pick my phone up, see if he's been sacked.
Nothing had shocked me with Spurs. It wouldn't shock me if we lost 10-0. It wouldn't shock me if we beat City 5-0. Nothing shocks me. It's just, I said it on the terrace. I don't even get angry with Spurs anymore or upset. I feel like a parent that says to their kids, I'm not angry with you, I'm just disappointed. And that's how I feel every single year.
Yeah, do you know what, Kate? You live with me, so you know. I've been very chilled with Spurs, even last year when we finished 17th, right? And this year, when we wasn't doing well, I was quite chilled with it and think, but I'm really, really frustrated now, right? And I've started screaming at the telly again, right? I'm really frustrated because they're not sacking him, right? And they're leaving Vicario in goal. We've got a good second goalkeeper. You know, he's always done well when he's come in. Why are they not giving him a chance, right? And why is this manager still in our club? How many games have you got to lose before you get sacked?
Yeah, I agree.
This board is so incompetent, right? The money the fans spend all over the world buying their shit, right? And going to watch them play and buying their food. And they're treating the fans like they're a load of fucking mugs. Oh, yeah, well, we'll take your money, but you can still watch all that shit every week in, week out.
Not only that, I mean, when you think Chris Cowling on Friday went to Stoke to do some Tottenham game, under 21s or something, then he went up to Burnley, and then on Sunday he went to Liverpool to do the Spurs women's game. He's going to Frankfurt on Wednesday. And it's not just Chris. There's hundreds of fans that do it. This club does not appreciate what these fans do. They've got no interest, they put out this big statement from Vinay, which was wonderfully worded, and but the proof's in the pudding. We want to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Well, where are the players then? Because you've got a week left. Get your finger out and get some players in, you bunch of mugs. It feels like, do you know what? It feels like it feels like it never even happened, the European Cup, doesn't it, Jim?
Well, we're meant to. When you win a big cup like that, right? Let's be honest. It's a huge cup, massive. Right? For me, it's probably the third biggest cup in domestic football you can win. Right? And we haven't kicked on. When you win a big cup like that, you're meant to invest into the team and kick on, right? And we haven't done that. We've regressed, gone backwards, and it's like, what the fuck was it all for? Just for one day out. It's not. You're meant to move forward when you start winning stuff. Palace is the same. They won the FA Cup and the Shield, right? And they've gone backwards as well now. Sold all their players, and so I should imagine they're feeling like we're feeling.
Yeah. Whose balls are you looking at? Only crystal ones. Colin says tickets for 4 at Cardiff, who are top of the league tomorrow versus Barnsley, 32 quid. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Joey says that statement was done on ChatGPT. I'll make a prediction. Club statement will come announcing Frank's departure between 11:30 p.m. and 8 a.m. after the window closes. Do you know what? If that happens, I just don't even know. I agree with Joey. I think fans have got to vote, have got to make their feelings known with their feet. Like we've been offered tickets this season. You couldn't literally pay me to go to Spurs at the minute. You couldn't get me in that stadium.
No, we're going to pay what? We're going to pay 160 quid at least for the tickets. We've got to travel down, right? So that's fuel money, right? You got
staying
to eat.
over.
We've got to stay over, so that's money. You've got to eat in places that are more expensive than if you eat at home, right? It costs you a fortune. You're talking £400-500, right, to go to a football game. Why the fuck are we going to pay that? We've done it last year. How many times? 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Last season. But why are we going to do that to go and watch what they're serving up? You know, and you're seeing now there is empty seats in the stadium all the time now. You know, well, why the fuck we're going to pay that to go and watch that shit?
But if people actually did say, "Well, I'm not going to go," and there was masses of empty seats, then ENIC would take notice. I'm sure they would. The backroom staff don't seem to trust Kinski, and the third choice goalkeeper's been there for years without playing a game. Something's gone wrong with recruiting. The recruitment at Spurs is, I can't even find a word.
Well, Kinski, I don't think he's let us down when he's come in. I can't remember him letting us down.
Nor do I really, but he hasn't had that many opportunities, has it? It's cup games, isn't it? My local team here in Catalonia are in the 4th tier of Spanish football, and it's €5 an adult and free for my son. A season ticket is €75 family pass, and they play better football than Spurs. Go to Barnet. Do you know what? We should start going to Lincoln City. It's only up the road.
Yeah.
Watching the old Imps play.
They did well this year, haven't they?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe we should start doing that. It's costing me under £1,000 for 5 of us to see the Newcastle game without travel. Wow. Oh my God. That's what I mean. That's why I said if someone could ring me up now and say, I've got a ticket for you and Jim, Man City at home. You've just got to get travel down or whatever. No, thank you. No interest whatsoever of going to that ground at the minute. It's utterly disgraceful what ENIC have done to this club. Sadly, they will never sell because the fans still give them silly amounts of money. We dropped off with neglect of this club, not buying players in, and a dogshit manager who players don't respect. Kinski had 2 errors leading to goals against Arsenal and Villa. Bloody hell, Lincoln a second.
I know they're doing well. Frank went, didn't he? And he told me that there's a chance they could get promoted.
Up the Imps. The only thing I don't like about Lincoln is their shirts are red and white, and I don't wear red. But yeah, maybe we should head down to what's it called? What's the name of their ground?
Don't know.
I've got to look it up. The Linners Stadium. Sincilbank, that's it. Sincilbank, that's the one. Lincoln a second, yeah. Just watch us play in the Champions League. Kinski's last game in the Carabao Cup, I remembered he had a stinker. I don't even remember.
Oh, did he? I don't remember.
I think I'm blocking out anything to do with Tottenham out of my brain. Big up Lumen, good to see you. Mario says the fans surely need to get behind us in Sunday's game against City. I knew Kinski had a stinky. He was awful against Arsenal. 4 points behind Cardiff. Is this in the League One, Lincoln? Are they League One or are they Championship?
No, League One.
Are they?
They're not in the Championship.
Oh, I don't know. Relegation will give me the chance to see some new grounds, and let's be honest, Millwall away, yummy. Yeah, if you like to tear up, go to the Den. Big up James Flower. Hope you are well. Good to see you. But I just literally, I had to look just now to see if I could see any concrete rumours, if you like, about players coming in. I can't even find anything about anyone being signed. I mean, it's obscene. Someone must have redirected to me because my numbers have just doubled. Is it Shawnee? Is it Shawnee who's done it? Or is it? Yeah, big up Shawnee over at Spurs Talk Show. Absolute legend.
Sure.
Sending people over. I was thinking the other day I should have redirected to you. Backdoor Lubo raid. Big up Erhi. League One, you could see Spurs there next year. League One, can you imagine? Big up Ellie says Sean redirected. Big up Shawnee. Over at Football Inc. and Johnny. Big up Shawnee and Johnny.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know if Shawnee's reported of anyone being linked to us, but I can't find anything that says that where there's a real solid link. And we've got 7 days remaining, which is really concerning. Really concerning. I was listening as well on the radio this morning. They was talking about obviously Manchester United. Yeah, concrete rumours. Do you know what I mean? There's a million rumours, but I mean ones that actually look like they could happen. They was talking about Michael Carrick. They asked Simon Jordan who is the perfect manager for Manchester United, and he said Unai Emery. Jimbo, what do you make of that? I mean, I would take Emery in a heartbeat at Spurs. I think he's incredible.
Yeah, he seems to be able to organise a team, and he's a good manager, and he knows how to recruit the players, the right players. I love that backdoor Lubo, right? Yeah, he wouldn't work here, Kate, because they wouldn't give him the players that he needs. So but if he goes to Man United are not scared of spending money, are they? So he would do well there. I agree with that. But look, Carrick seems to be doing a good job. I know it's only 2 games in, right? But tumbleweed transfer window.
Yeah. Would you take Michael Carrick? I'll take anyone. I'll take Michael Ball over Thomas Frank right now. Big up Moondog with another super chat saying, don't think we'll be getting anyone. Don't.
I think they will be getting someone else in. I don't know who or where, but they need to address the forward line. They need to.
Big up Timeless Flying Monkeys. Big up to everyone, FS Ank, My Rice, who's coming from Football Inc. Thank you very much for joining us. Please do smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It really does help. We are on the march to 2,500. If Lincoln get promoted, they will be in the championship. Wow. That would be amazeballs. See, we should have just become Lincoln fans. When we moved up here, we should have changed our colours. I'd take Tim Sherwood because we'll be playing attacking football and he said he will play the youth players. Look, I think Tim Sherwood's got to come in as interim. That's my thing. I'm sticking with it. And then in the summer, I mean, it looks like Arnie Slot's going to go, and I think Liverpool will go and get Xabi Alonso. Would you take Arnie Slot, Jimbo?
There's not many I wouldn't take just to get us through the end of the season, Kate.
No, but I'm talking about on a permanent basis.
No, not Arnie Slot. He's not for us, is he?
I don't know. I like him.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I just want to see. I want to see this club be serious, right? Get rid of this clown that's in now, because he is a clown. I'm sorry, right? He's not. He doesn't even come across. You know, it seems like when he speaks, he lies to me, right? Because he doesn't say anything that seems to be the truth. They need to get someone in that can galvanise this team. Right, get us through to the end of the season and get us playing some football and getting some points on the board, right? And between now and the end of the season, right, have a plan in place to bring in a proper manager, right, that's going to take us forward, and for them to spend the money like they said they would and up the wages of players so we can start building to be a top 6 club again, right? Because we're nowhere near a top 6 club at the moment. No. But they need to fucking pull their finger out and start making us into a proper football club again. You know, we're just a joke at the minute, and it's so hard to watch, especially, you know, for the older generation like me. I've watched this club over the years, you know, win some trophies. What?
During the war.
horrible to watch. I've never, in all the years I've supported Tottenham, I've never ever felt this disconnected to the club because I feel that they don't care about the club. At least the people you had in, in before, the Alan Sugars and before him, I can't remember his name, who nearly bankrupt us. At least I think they cared about the club, right? And they wanted us to do well, and they just don't seem to give a shit, Enoch. They've just let us regress and go backwards and backwards and backwards since the Champions League final. It's just that, honestly, it's heartbreaking to look at it.
I mean, when you look at Man United bringing in the likes of Embuemo and Cunha,
That's it.
You're seeing their quality now. I mean, they were brilliant. I think Arne Slot is a little bit better than Ange. I'm going to put it out there. I don't think he's quite as gung-ho as Ange Postecoglou. Alonso to Liverpool, a legend. We tried that with Hoddle and Ozzy. It never worked. Yeah. This is Spurs. There is no plan. Riggs says they've got a plan, Jimbo. Poch is coming home in the summer.
Look, that would be nice, right? But the summer is 4 or 5 months away. They need to fucking step in now, right? And say, right, this guy's got to go, right? He's not good enough. This goalkeeper's shit. Get him out of this club. Sell him, right? Put Kinksky in until they get someone in. He's costing us a lot of points for Corio, right? And I think that he cost us against Burnley. I think not solely down to him, but if he was a top keeper, we don't lose that game, right? I'm convinced of it. They need to step in and fucking start doing it now before it's too late. Because it's going to be too late soon. I'm telling you, right? And the next thing you know, we'll be fighting fucking relegation. Because where's the next points coming from? Tell me where there's the next point. There's no points in February, right? And then you start into March, right? Fulham.
Away.
We're going to beat Fulham the way we're playing? Not a fucking hotel. Crystal Palace, maybe we get a point, right? And if they turn it on for that game, which they seem to do now and again, maybe 3 points. But where do we get the points from before then?
I know, I hear you.
Teams and they ain't beat none of them.
And the thing is, as well, Tottenham players, I'm not sure they've got the fight in them of like the West Hams. They used to sort of Forest. They used to fight in to stay up, whatever. Tottenham aren't used to that. They are prima donnas, the majority of our players. Tuchel would be my pick, but club would have to put their big boy pants on that like a proper club. Big up, Marianne. Good to see you. Stadiums are poison chalice. Kate says clubs can't do without fans. Away fans need to stay away. Club doesn't respect our fans 1,000,000%. Big up Rudolph says we need new players, but Frank has said he's happy with the squad, so it is down to him. Many channels said Frank was a tactical genius who would get better results. I never called him a genius, but I did think he would get more out of this squad than he's getting. I know, Jimbo. Let me tell you something. These past few weeks, Jimbo's gone from being super positive, deluded Jimbo to down here. And he said, I just can't do it anymore.
I can't understand, right? I've said this to Kate in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up thinking about it. And I said to Kate, are you awake? And she went, I am now. I said, why haven't they fucking sacked him? Why haven't they sacked him? I was expecting to pick my phone up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's been sacked. Why are they keeping him? Is this going to change? It's not going to change under this manager. I don't give a shit how long you give him, right? It's not going to change. So get rid of him.
It's delaying the inevitable, isn't it? That's all they're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Every time they delay the inevitable, it's costing us points, Kate. There could be a manager that could come in and galvanise this team, right? Get them into a proper unit, right? And organised, right? And lift their spirits up, lift the fans' spirits up. So when the fans are going in the ground, they're not singing your football shit, Frank, right? Get out of our club, right? That they're singing for the team because they want them to win and it's getting behind the team. Like, who wants to go to a football ground, watch what we just watched and be positive?
Yeah.
What fan? They've just spent fucking shy of £100 upwards to go and watch that shit. What they're going to be singing to get happiness? Of course they're not.
The thing is, Riggs, I hear what you're saying, but you can't keep a manager just because it's going to cost a fortune to get rid of him. You just can't do it. It costs even more money if we get relegated, let me tell you. Whoever Bournemouth or Brighton go for, nip in and get them first. They seem to get it right.
Yes.
We're not fighting relegation, Jim. If results for teams below us go in their favour, we will be relegated because the squad have no bollocks. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Do you think we could be relegated? Yeah, I 100% do. I don't watch us and think, no, we've got that bit of quality that will save us. No. It terrifies the crap out of me that we're going to go down. I'm not going to lie. 28 points after how many games have we played? 23. I mean,
Something like that.
I can't. It's madness. Where are our new players? What are the useless board doing? I know. Our team can't fight their way out of a paper bag. When Jim can't find positives, you know how bad we are. That's exactly right. Our players need to grow some balls. Only Romero, Van der Ven and Palhinha have the balls. Sorry, I'm laughing at this. Did you ever see... Not when he was thinking about Thomas Frank, I hope.
He just said, right, look, he just said about Van der Ven, Paulina. Where was Van der Ven and where was Romero on the first goal against Burnley? They were playing musical statues because they were just all standing still watching the ball come over. So, they're there to take the blame as well. I'm sorry, but they are.
Of course they are.
The ball just went over. Everybody just watched it.
Yeah. It is coming fast. They're not going to sack him now, Jim. Please, we can't get Heitinger as well. He's awful. No, you know what he does, right? Nothing Jim does is quiet. Nothing. If he whispers, this is Jim. This is me whispering, right? That's me whispering. This is Jim whispering. Kate, I need to tell you something. Keep it a secret. And I'm like, you've got to whisper. He can't, right? So he goes to me at 3:00 in the morning. Kate, are you awake? So I went, well, yeah, I am now. Because it didn't wake me up in any way except he's so loud. It's like first thing in the morning this morning, he gets up, ranting and raving that Frank's not been sacked, puts the light on. It's honestly, it's like World War III. It takes me a good half hour to wake up, and I've got him ranting and raving, storming around the bedroom with the light on, and I'm trying to hide my face, cover my ears. Honestly, it's so funny, but it drives me mad. I can't believe Frank's that bad that fans want to get Mason in. Do you know what, Joey? It's the most united I've ever seen our fan base because we all want him out. The whole horse could have bolted by the time Potts gets back. Yep. I want him gone too. We need a new manager bounce for 3 games. That should be enough to stay up. Oh, I can't even believe we're talking about relegation. They've no plan B. That's why they're not sacking him. Do you know Wolves were 1 to 100 to go down? They've been slashed to 1 to 50. Who's next? Burnley were 1 to 50. They've been slashed to 1 to 25. And West Ham were 1 to 12. And I think they're 1 to 2. So, they're all getting results. They could all get out of it if we're honest. I'll tell you when they sack him after February when we're in the bottom 3. Mason, anything. I'll take Perry Mason. New manager bounce, preferably against Arsenal. Can't wait for season ticket renewal, email, Premier League prices or Championship. Yeah. Yeah, it is sabotage. You're right. The players have to care too. I can see paychecks going out, but so many don't deserve it. They're not fighting. Yeah, but he's 80. Please don't put Harry through it. Please save Harry. Big up, guys. Big up, Jimmy Hotspur. Good to see you. Yeah, West Ham were rumoured about taking Kinski, but it's kind of gone a bit quiet.
Okay, what was Moondog's super chat?
I haven't got there yet, have I?
Oh, sorry.
If we're in relegation trouble, you watch them bring the season ticket renewal forward in case we do get relegated. I have to go in order or I lose it. On some channels, it's now being said that Spurs are in a relegation battle. I've been saying this since the Forest game, but very few are of the same mind. I would have sacked him after that. But Jimbo has been saying for ages we're going to be in a relegation battle.
I said that as soon as we lost 3-0 to Forest, he would have been sacked.
Yeah. I can't find any positives. Look at Moondog with a massive super chat. Thank you so much, Moondog. So generous. Says, I feel sorry for young ones. I've seen us win things. I've supported them for 58 years, so I've seen some fantastic times. And when we got relegated, look, I've seen us win some trophies. I've been supporting them properly. I mean, I started supporting them when about 43 years ago, but properly, say 40 years. But you're right. I mean, when I was young, all the kids supported Arsenal and a few supported Spurs and Man United. Nowadays, only kids that support Spurs are ones that their family like. You
Mate,
don't, yeah,
don't
make
give
them.
them
You
a
don't,
voice.
no one,
You will support Spurs.
no one would ever choose to support Tottenham, would they? It's just a life of misery. But Moondog, thank you again for the super
Thanks again,
chat.
mate.
Do you think Conte had a better squad than this? Yes, because he had Kane and Son. So yes, 1,000,000%.
The thing is, this squad is not a terrible squad, right? It's not a squad of complete shit, right? It's the basis of a good squad, right? It's not fucking a squad where you think, oh my god, they've all got to go. It's not, right? But this guy doesn't seem to be know how to galvanise them. He doesn't seem to know how to lift them up and make them
Can't
fight.
motivate them.
He needs some passion for Tottenham, which he hasn't got. He hasn't got passion for Tottenham. So get out of our club. There's no passion there from him. When you see him when he talks, he just talks. When he talks in the press conference, he's just a load of shit. Oh yeah, we played well. We didn't deserve that. If we'd have done this, well, you never fucking done it. You never done it. The players never done it. He should be in there, fucking throwing things around the changing room, screaming at them. You know,
doing a Fergie.
Honestly, it's fucking heartbreaking to see our team the way it is. It's just I could cry watching them. They're just so fucking bad. Fucking all them games that we should have been picking up 3 points. We've picked 3 points per game. We've picked up 3 draws. You know, what we're in now. We're in the end of the month. Have we won a game this year? No, we haven't. We're Tottenham Hotspur. Of course we should have won games. Fucking drawing against these lower fucking clubs. I'm sorry. It's a fucking shambles, the club.
Jimbo, it's so heartbreaking to hear you like this. For as long as I've known you, you are the forever optimistic, and our club have to restore that. Yeah, it has actually sucked the life out of Jim.
Like it is now. It's heartbreaking. It shouldn't be. We've got the best stadium in the world, the best training facilities in the world, right? And we've got fucking second-hand fucking. They've gone to the second-hand shop and bought all the shit they can buy to put in it. Medical team shit. Fucking the board is shit. They've employed a guy that's fucking Arsenal. Fucking Arsenal. How have they got an Arsenal guy in our club? Fuck off. Fucking Arsenal. They've got a reject from Villa that Villa didn't want because he was shit. And he's running it. He's running it as well. You know, fuck. It's terrible. It's an absolute shambles, our club.
We're now 14-1 to be relegated. We was how much were we? 500 or 100?
Yeah, it was fucking something like 500 to 1, wasn't it, at the beginning of the season or so? Fucking look at us now.
To everyone new to the channel, it's not normally like this. We're normally quite upbeat, but today I think it's the realization of exactly where Tottenham is and the fact that we are in serious danger of being relegated. It's really concerning. Last time we were in fear of relegation, we went to get Klinsmann, and the rest is history. Big up Danny Kiriakou. Good to see him, my love. If I have to go through this pain with my team, my son has to. My son's got the right idea, don't like football.
But he does like Tottenham. I mean, he comes down. Seems to be more interested now that we're doing bad because he keeps coming down saying how we're doing. When we play Burnley,
because he said to me, he hears us on stream and I'm always shouting, or you're always shouting. Like, he heard me on the terrace moaning, he heard me on Chris Cowlin moaning. So he says Tottenham are still doing crap then. So, but there you go. Harry Redknapp, 78. He's a Pisces. He'll be 79. Yeah, he definitely doesn't need the stress of Spurs, however old he is. My boy doesn't have a choice. Big up, lovely Aaron Lawrence. Not seen you for ages. Yeah, I'm feeling your frustration. Thank you for the sub, Sully. Welcome to the family. To be fair, people also predicted relegation after Kane left, so this shouldn't be a surprise. Jimbo, say it how it is.
Well, that's another thing that you can say is absolutely been neglected, right? It's been they sold Kane, never replaced him, right? Sonny's gone, never replaced him. That's a sackable offence on its own.
Yeah, the ball ain't going to sack themselves, though, are they? Jimbo, you're spot on. He's too dry and passive. Frank comes out with a load of bullshit. He hasn't got the passion. I bet he's a missionary position, man. Can you imagine him with his wife? Yeah.
Oh, don't even think about that.
We've played 34 highly successful games under Frank. We won 12. Add to that another 9 moral victories and 13 lessons. We're winners. No, I wouldn't take Iriola. He's the same as Frank for me. Yeah. No, I honestly, Danny, Spurs have done to Jim what they did to me last season when they broke me.
Danny,
Broken Jim.
Every single night in the middle of the night, I wake up and check my phone. Right, it just seems to be like clockwork now to see if he's been sacked.
Vindaloo, don't you come in here giving it when you lot bottled it yesterday. You're right, Jim. The amount of times I've apologised to my boys for putting this curse on them. Why does he persist with Tell and Odegaard? Maybe Vinay's brief was from Arsenal to engineer relegation. Look, Odegaard's been really good since he's gone over to the other side. So I'm not going to criticise him. And I don't think Tell gets enough of a chance. So, and he can only play with what he's got. You know, he isn't given the tools to succeed. However, I don't think he's the right man. People saying, look at Man U, they've got Carrick, look at their results. There's a difference. They've got quality. Yeah. And Brumo, Cunha, such good players. West Ham getting 35 mil for Paqueta. Defensive tactics of Thomas Frank is mind-boggling. Kate, I think he takes it from his wife. Yeah, oh yeah, he probably does. Oh, bend over, bitch. Big up, Paul. Good to see you. Big up to lovely AJ as well.
Right.
Big up to Harmless Potato, who's become a new member. I'm sure you've been a member before, but welcome back to the family. It does. Spurs does break us all. It's character building. That's how I like to see it. I know Jimbo, Vinay the Gooner in charge is criminal.
It's terrible.
Harmless Potato gifted a membership, God bless your heart, which went to who did it go to? It went to Free Speech Fiona. Big up, Fiona. You've got a free membership from Potato. Bless you. Thank you very much, Harmless Potato. Hello to you, Lee. I've got to finish soon because Ben's starting. Why are we never proactive as a club? We only buy to replace. Yeah, exactly. We're reactive, not proactive. Now I've got images of Frank getting pegged and a semi. I'd love to get to a semi, to be fair. Look, I did put a poll in the chat that said who's going to win the league, just to see how everyone is feeling about the league. City 57%, the scum up the road 27%, and Villa 16%, 90 votes. So the majority of people do think that Man City are going to beat Arsenal to the league. I still think the Goons are going to win it, but I hope that you guys are right. Jimbo's absolutely convinced that Man City will win the league. But look, really, it is more important we worry about ourselves and make sure that we stay in the league, let alone win the league. I really can't understand what the board are doing. Does this club care that we could be in a relegation fodder?
But you know what, Kate? Do you know what else is frustrating? Right? Every year since Potter's gone, I've told myself next year will be better. Next year will be better.
Yep.
And it's not got better, and it's not got better. And we won the cup under Ange, which was lovely. But look at our league form. We finished 17th. So on one end, right, we're getting praise for winning the cup, and on the other end, we're getting slaughtered for finishing 17th, right?
Yeah.
And that's all down to this club, down to the board, you know, neglecting the football.
Yeah. Give Frank time, he might be able to get us promoted. Brilliant. Big up, Rodders. Oi, oi, oi. Hope you're well. Good to see you, sir. Not seen you for a while. Lovely, jubbly to see you. And I love watching you on Facebook as well. Big up, Rodney. Good to see you. Any ideas behind Vinay's appointment and why? The only thing I can think of it was a cruel joke or it was a dare. Because it I just don't know. Look, this club's left me speechless. I'm never speechless, but I just don't know. Mad Dog Sarajevo says, first time here and I love the channel. Welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And never seen Jimbo quite so angry. He's
It's just
angry.
enough, okay? Enough's enough. You know, we're waking up every day to this clown. And look, you know what I'm like. I don't like slagging people down, but he is a clown when it comes to football. I'm sorry. Right? When he come in, I really thought that he was going to do well. I thought he was tactically astute, but he's not. He needs to go, and they need to sack. They need to sack him as soon as possible. You know, look, at the end of the day, right? We're playing Frankfurt in the Champions League. They could have sacked him after the Burnley game. It wouldn't have made a difference with the Champions League game. You know, whoever you put in there could organise this team as good as he's organising it. You know, it couldn't be any worse than him.
Exactly, Joey. Stop going to the games when the fun stops. Stop. Do you know what? I think I would agree with you. I think 100%. He's the best manager I've ever seen at Spurs.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't actually believe I'm saying that because I kind of had high hopes.
What team can't win at home? Tell me a team that can't win at home.
Tottenham.
Which kind of, it's amazing. We've got 60,000 odd fans that are passionate, right, and get behind them, and then they can't win. They lose. You know, they lost to fucking Ipswich last year. I mean, what the fuck? Ipswich. We lost to Ipswich at home.
Jim, do you think it's worse than Christian Gross?
Yes. Yeah, I do, Joey. I do.
I do as well.
There's not much to match if they were both crap, weren't they? But at least they got rid of Gross.
Look, I agree. I think Cutie took it upon himself I think that's what they're doing. I think Van der Ven and Cutie are taking it upon themselves to go forward and try and get goals because perhaps they actually do care more than they care about what Frank thinks. You can tell that they've got Van der Ven in particular can tell he's got zero respect for Frank at all. None whatsoever. We should play Send in the Clowns at home games. Roder says, wow, if Jimbo's angry, that's a statement in itself. Jimbo's always 100% positive no matter what. Now I know we're in trouble. Do you know what? We do the pump-ups on We Are Tottenham TV before the games, and we've got another one Wednesday. I spoke to them on We Are Tottenham TV, and we've changed the name to the pre-match therapy because I said me and Jimbo can't pump people up. You know, Jimbo was my last hope. Because I normally pump down and he pumps up, but you just can't do it.
How do you pump up? How do you pump up that? Because you know you're going to go into the next game, right? We might go into this Champions League game and they might put in a better performance because it's the Champions League. Why, I don't know. What sort of mentality is that, right? And then you go back to the football, to the league game, and it's back to the fucking same old shit again.
Joey, you are filthy, but you do make me laugh. But yeah, it is. It's impossible to pump up because there's so little to be positive about. I hope everyone can see why I was so against Frank's appointment. I knew this would happen. Look, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Jimbo and I said after the Europa League win, we think Ange should carry on. Then when Frank came in, you saw that immediate change. We was like, this is what we've needed. But looking back now, if I could change it, I would have kept Frank and John because it couldn't be any worse. It literally couldn't be any worse.
Who would be in a better position under Ange? Because Ange had got to know the club, right? He'd got to know the players, and he had sat down with the players, and they had started talking about, you know, the high line. And because Van der Ven said it in his interview that he agreed that they should change that and step back a bit. And so I think we would have been in a better position. I'm not saying it would have been a fantastic position, right? But it's got to be better than where we are now. It's got to be. Well, you can't win at home. I mean, how can Tottenham Hotspur, right? Fucking multiple cup winners, right? Something like 27 trophies we got. Well, we can't win at home. I mean, that's just a fucking crime in itself. I mean, I can't get my head round why we're still with this guy. Why the board is saying we stick by him. They're going out for lunch with him, for fuck's sake, eating their prawn fucking sandwiches.
Chicken sandwich, actually.
Fucking what a load of bollocks, honestly. We're a laughing stock, and we've been a laughing stock for fucking years. And enough's enough. It's enough now.
Do you know what? As well, when you that season when Poch went the whole season unbeaten at home seems like an absolute lifetime ago. An absolute lifetime. When Poch had that season where he got unbeaten at home, now we can't win at home.
Yeah,
4 home Premier League wins in 13 months. That's a sackable offence on its own. It's absolutely ridiculous that guy is still here.
Yeah, okay. As soon as he goes in for his press conference after a game, and he starts saying, "Yeah, well, we did really well, and we was unlucky here, and if this had happened, he should walk out there, and they should just sack him for lying."
Do you know what though? With that game that we lost against West Ham, I wouldn't have let him leave the stadium without his P45. He would have walked off that pitch, and I'd be waiting there, and I'd go, "You're out." You know, you didn't perform at the North London derby, and you didn't.
He could have been sacked after the Arsenal game, right?
Yeah,
easy, right? Losing 4-1 to Arsenal, right? That's a sackable offence. Losing 3-0 to Forest, right? Who were in the relegation down below, right? That's sackable.
Yeah, you're right. It baffles me. Of all the things Tottenham do, and of all the things Tottenham's done, this baffles me more than anything. And it's the first time I've actually thought I wish Levy was here, because I'm telling you now, if Levy was here, this guy would be gone. He would not be tolerating this nonsense. But I've got to end it there, because I don't like going into other people's time. And Benji is just about to go live, or is live. So I've redirected everyone over to Ben at the Coffee Company. We will be back. We're on We Are Tottenham TV Wednesday doing a pre-match pump up or therapy session. We may do a show Wednesday. I don't know. We'll definitely be here Friday.
I mean, it depends what happens with the club. I mean, if something drastic happens with the club, then we will do one. But what's the point? What are we going to talk about? I'm just going to come on here and give myself a heart attack again. You know.
Massive thank you to Jess, who's been a member for 12 months. Moondog for 1, 2, 3, 4 super chats. So generous, Moondog. Harmless Potato for becoming a member and gifting a membership. So generous. Rodders as well for a super chat. Big kisses to everyone. Thanks to everyone who's come in. Thanks to everyone that come over from Sean's. Thanks to everyone that's subbed to the channel. Keep an eye out. We're thinking of maybe chucking in the odd evening show as well, because lunchtimes don't always work for us, because we might, like, there's days we've got to go out and do things. So rather than miss a show altogether, we're thinking of dropping in an evening show here and there.
I do at 3 o'clock in the morning when I wake up and see the fucking ending.
Well, I won't be
line and rant.
I won't be doing it, because I'll be like, what time is it? We sacked Nuno after 9 games and he won the first 3. Yeah. Frankfurt's been poor in the Bundesliga and the Champions League. They should win. Yeah. Look, if we do win or lose, we will do a show, but I'm not sure what time it will be. So make sure the notifications button is on. And if we do one and I've changed the time, I'll put it on the community page. But like I say, thank you to Shawnee again for directing everyone. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who's been here. Johnny. You guys make the show. If you weren't here, I'd literally just have to listen to Jim shout for 2 hours or hour and a half. So thank you for talking to us. Have a great day. Try and focus on the positives. Chris Peters, if you're still watching, get well soon.
Yeah,
we'll be thinking of you. And Jim, do you want to end it, or do you want me to?
Yeah, get Frank out of our fucking club because he's ruining it. And get Vicario with him. Both. Get rid of them both. And Van Eyck can fuck off as well.
Anything else?
Yeah, Lange, he can go as well. He did a shit job. He did a shit job at Villa, and now he's doing a shit job here.
Anything else?
No, I love Spurs.
Do it then.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it, Kate and Jim. Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.